Hello everybody, and just here and welcome back to Spy X Family episode 10. Right on time, you could say, because episode 11 is going to be coming out like, what, the day after tomorrow or so. Uh, it's a little bit late, so terribly sorry for that, but I had a crazy week. I continue to have a crazy week, really, because tomorrow I have friends over. The day after tomorrow, I have some family over, and on Sunday we're watching a the first Symphogear concert live on Discord, and I'm also going to be streaming it. If you want to join us in the call, just join the Discord channel, and you can be there. But yeah, let's not talk about that, about how my days went, although they were pretty hectic. Let's talk about Spy X Family. In the previous episode, Yor and Loid established a little bit more trust. That's essentially what the previous episode was all about establishing trust. Loid learned that Yor's brother Yuri is part of Secret Service, and so he wasn't sure if Yor knows of it or not. Is she also part of Secret Service? Is she just a way for Yuri to get closer to Loid? Does she even know that Yuri belongs to the Secret Service? He decided to test that. He did, and of course he felt terribly after because he didn't trust his own wife. Sure, it might be all just a part of the plan, just a part of Operation Strix and whatnot, but we all know that Loid is the father, Yor is the mother, Anya is the daughter, and they make up a very tightly knit, a very happy family together. It's not a ruse, it's not a front, they are genuinely a family by now. And of course, it will take time for Loid to figure it out. He seems to have never had a family, so he doesn't know how to deal with that all. But I have full trust in him that he will eventually come together. He's already his facade of a not feeling emotionless spy is already breaking and breaking really fast. And yeah, that was essentially the previous episode. In today's episode, I believe it's like a sports festival kind of thing. They're gonna be throwing balls and running and things like that. And Yor and Loid will have to be the good parents and they will have to observe Anya doing that. I think. I don't know, maybe it's just purely a school episode. It's not the sport festival, it's just a lesson of PE. And Anya doesn't do well there or something. I don't know. I don't know. I can't know because I haven't seen this episode yet. So let's remedy that and see it. Here's your subs. Here's my sound and information that you can support me. Link to my Patreon, link to my throne are in the description, or you can just share my videos with people who you want to share them with. That's also very appreciated. And with that, we can start episode 10. Episode 10, Spy X Family, version by Sabs, please. And we can do that in 3, 2, 1, go. You can probably hear my throat being shot. I recorded 2 more episodes right before that. Some elegant exercise, I see. I recorded Tate no Yusha, I recorded Skeleton Knight, and now this. Paying respects to the founder. Very elegant. Taking a shower, polishing your shoes. Elegant to the max. Zap to the extreme, Master Henderson. Speaking of Green rooibos. Masterfully poured. Precise timing. A promising elegance. For an elegant punch. Regrettably so. Yeah, makes sense. Unsweetened? Yep, exactly. The dorms are waking up. A day in the life of Damien. Yeah, he's the only one without a parent accompanying him. Let me guess, his brother, during the entrance ceremony and everywhere else, was photographed with his parents. It's a big shoes to fit in. A lot of expectations, made of a grade schooler. A lot and lot of expectations. Without much of a support system. Dodgeball tournament. Okay, so it's internal. It's not a sports festival, it's just internal to the school. Gotcha. Reading time. Reading the history of the Eden College, of course, what else? I want to spend my days like this. Yes. Everyone except Anya. Anya's face, I swear. That's not elegant. Using such words against a fair lady? That's not elegant. Lord Damien, you deserve a tonitrus bolt. I was kinda expecting we're not gonna see the OP at this point. Speaking of, I got an offer to be a teacher at a local private school. Teach programming. Haven't gotten back to me yet, but maybe they will. Never been a teacher in my life. And I said local private school, but it's like an hour of commute. Oh, thankfully I can go by bus or even by train. And the tram line should be done by the end of summer, maybe? So, it's not bad. Wit and Clover works. Anya Gakita! Oh, that's an opportunity. Watch it not being the case. Watch it just be a rumor. I can't get over the fact that she has a bomb as her hairpin. Training episode! Are we getting a montage? You throw. Yep. Close. You can count on your mom to teach you a killer move, alright? Literally. Show us your abs. uh, I love Yor. Pull-ups? Or sit-ups? Death-defying sit-ups. No, not quite. Running is much easier. Yeah, it's also something Anya is lacking. Quite severely. You use your whole body. Yep. Foot, hips, everything. Just like that. Uh, I love how she got distracted by Loid. Can you actually make this little blob athletic? Ah, yes, waterfall training. What's next? Doing poses with a crane? Wrestling bears? Okay. She managed to go up the stairs. Grasp the stars, Anya. Reach for them and grasp them. Oh, of course, that's important. Off you go, you little blob. I love her hairstyle. Second son, yeah. On the same team. Yes. Ignored. I mean, she is a runt. She's not. She's probably like a couple of years too young to be in the grade she's in. Of course, yeah. Parental abandonment issues and whatnot. The brother was probably always the golden child. Ah, of course. Be sure to play elegantly. Yes. Okay, let's go. I love this little zinger or whatever the fuck you call it. Stinger, zinger, I don't know, it has a name. Okay, you know chess, but do you know athletics? Oh, Intel. Using your smarts. Who? That's a big grade schooler. Yeah. Bazooka Bill. Yeah, of course he did. There are if you're going to some elite kindergartens. The voice. Of course. The killer move by Bazooka Bill. Just bouncing between the students as between trees. He calculated the trajectory perfectly. I love the detail of this being a mechanical computer. Of course you did. Of course you did, you Jojo looking motherfucker. And his father is also a fucking giant. Sa yes sa. Yeah, Becky is right. Only on women. Yeah, Becky doesn't like that. Immediately out. Defeat his lackeys first, and then count on the fact that you have superior numbers. Both strategies are viable. Either first getting rid of the strongest enemy or first getting rid of his lackeys. Get that Sharingan! And this dude just Naruto running, and Anya has no fucking clue what's going on. Not gonna work. All that was missing is for the ball to spin in his hand, like the dodgeball match in Dragon Maid. Formation something else. Kage no Jutsu. That's not gonna work either. That has absolutely nothing to do with Shadow. Sacrificing himself for Damien? Yes, of course. Mr. President, get down! all three of them are gonna be knocked out. I'll be back. Ooh, straight in the face. That doesn't count, I heard. What about Bazooka Bill? He's gonna be disqualified? Last words. Just get him to infirmary already. Well, that's just bad sportsmanship. Oh, Anya's on the field. You have something about the feet? And of course, Anya can read his moves. No. Not gonna happen. She's just not gonna move? Yeah, she just didn't need to move. Yeah, the opposing team is getting some damage, but he's getting some emotional damage. uh, Smug Anya is best Anya. Guys out of bounds? Watch her. Or is Damien gonna protect her? Damien? Hell yeah, Damien! You know what needs to be done. Don't abandon your friends. Just casually parried it. That was a parry, that wasn't a hit. Yep. I didn't do it for you, Tsun Tsun. Okay, Anya, show us what you got. Show us your killer move. That your actual killer mother taught you. Yep. Literal arrow of light. It parted the seas and everything. Okay, Anya. Is it gonna be a flop or is she actually gonna pull off a secret technique? A killer move? Almost as if it was an anime, isn't it? The wind? Oh, I love this shot. Whoa! Full on, like, vertical split. Sparks. Starka Jarrow, let's go! You got the strength, you didn't get the trajectory right. She got the power and the spirit. Okay, so that didn't matter anyway. There we go. Very elegant, wasn't it? Yeah. I mean, Anya deserves. Anya deserves a Stella. Damien less so. And that's the episode, ladies and gentlemen. The fuck happened to the color of the camera? Oh, I had color correction enabled. Oh, it's dark outside. Not like night dark, but there is some heavy clouds. There's storm brewing. It was a nice little fun episode. Okay, what's in the next one? More sports? Stella. Okay, so she's going to hunt for the Stella still. Some drowning, there's some sporting, there's some hospitaling. I have absolutely no clue what's going to happen. Okay. Let's go through it again, shall we? A little bit of a mourning in the day of the headmaster. I like this little vignette at the beginning. Shows some additional characterization for him and really exemplifies just how elegant he is. You know, a healthy body is a healthy mind, and a healthy mind is an elegant one. Shower in the morning, dress up sharply, brew some tea, and play some chess with your colleagues. That's the most elegant start to the day you can have. Masterfully poured tea, perfectly brewed to the timer. I never brew my tea perfectly, I just throw in a bag and leave it for until I'm done with it. Yeah, one of them had to get a Tonitrus Bolt, but kinda some must, kinda his hand was kinda forced, right? If he had a choice, he would just not given her a Tonitrus Bolt because she acted so elegantly in defending her friend. But alas, a misconduct must be met with punishment. Learn true elegance. Eden College Excellent Award, Eden College Excellent Award. I guess they're just getting awards for being excellent. all the dorm wakes up at the same time, and I guess it's just the dorm common room. I thought it's either the teacher's room or a teacher teacher lounge, or maybe it's the headmaster's house, but I guess he just lives at the dorms with the students, which makes sense now that you think about it. And they have the whole dorm to themselves. Let's put quietly in the corridor because it's elegant. And of course, Damien has issues of his parents not showing up. And his brother always excelling at everything, always getting all the Stella, becoming an MVP, becoming an Imperial Scholar, and possibly, probably, always getting the attention of the parents. I think we weren't actually shown the photo of his brother for a reason, so that it's not explicitly told but kind of left in the open whether or not his parents showed up for him for the first son. And it's just the second son that's a little bit of an odd one out that the parents don't care much about. And of course, the first chance to earn a Stella during PE, but as we learn later, it's not actually the case. Language, history, science, reading group, self-study, science, theme, something. Theme. They're learning about theme. Cool. Theme song? The theme song of this anime? What's the schedule? Schedule is quite packed. 5 days a week. Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting because this is all like a Western country, unspecified Western country. Everything is all the writing around is in English, so I'm assuming it's Great Britain or I don't know, somewhere around the British Isles. Could be Wales, could be Ireland, could be Scotland, probably England. I don't know, or maybe just not Germany or not France or whatever. Doesn't give me French vibes though. More like not Germany or not England. Probably more not England. But this is an interesting detail. Schools in Japan, I don't know if that is still the case, but from what I recall, they are like 6 days a week. On Saturdays, you also go to school, only Sundays are off. In this case, it's 5 days a week, like in Western schools, in Western culture. 5 days a week tops is the school time. So that's a nice little bit of detail that they didn't go for the obvious Japanese 6 days. Instead, they're going for 5 days. And yeah, apparently you can earn a Stella. And of course, he's reading the history of the Eden School. What else would he be reading? He's given his body and his soul to the Eden School. He will be adding another page to Eden's history today. Elegantly and brilliantly. Well, not with those people around. Damien is angry at Anya. Becky is angry at Damien. Anya is angry at Damien. Damien's lackeys are angry at Anya. I really like Becky. I really enjoyed Saikawa as a character in Dragon Maid, and I really like Becky in here as well. Are supposed to talk to girls like that. Yeah, Damien should already have a Tonitrus bolt. Speaking to a lady with such vile words? Unheard of. And such lack of elegance. Not to mention a lack of vocabulary, just calling her stubby legs all over. Get new material, Damien. You're gonna fail your Ostanian class. And yeah, an opportunity to get a Stella. Why does Becky have a bomb as a hairpin? I don't know. Like, it shows, it alludes to her personality pretty damn well, but why exactly? And she has a Comedy Central logo on her little thing here. Yeah, apparently you can get a Stella, but of course that turns out to be a lie. Dodgeball, yeah. Sure, you hit your opponent with a ball to do them in. I would love to see Yor play Dodgeball with the cast of Dragon Maid, not gonna lie. Ultimate killer move. Training montage. 5 sit-ups. Well, 4, really. Some running. And use your entire body. And of course, Yor would be the one to cut trees down with just a dodgeball. I like this. I really like this. How Yor gets distracted by Loid. Yeah, she's training with the muscle strength with Anya with like an elastic band, and Anya doing the throwing move. The moment her husband appears, she's immediately distracted. Oh, Loid, hello, welcome home. Would you like a dinner or a bath or watashi? The child be damned. You need to greet your husband. Chwas! The classic training under the waterfall, shower. Gonna catch the star tomorrow. Off you go, you little gremlin. That's a lot of gear, all battered and beaten. Her transformation. Anya gets a henshin sequence. Yep. Full panning spinning camera with wind inside of the gym. It's a full-on henshin sequence. And yeah, Anya decided she doesn't like Damien. But Damien also has issues, and Anya can read into that. I need to become an Imperial Scholar just like my brother. Otherwise, father will never notice me. And of course, Bobby is sick, so of course he's the substitute. I love this little thing. I love it. It has all the JoJo energy. Gathering intel, understanding your opponents, but you can't really stand against the Goliath like this. He really is an anime 6-year-old. Age in anime really means nothing. You get a 6-year-old looking like a JoJo cast, and you get lollibabas, everything. It's all just fair game. Whatever appearance, whatever age, it's fine. Yep, the bazooka bill. Are there any... Yeah, I like how Becky is playing the straight man here. But there probably are that many tournaments in kindergarten, especially if you're going to an elite kindergarten like that. No, I'm not going to let it hit me. I love his deep voice. Hits above shoulder doesn't count, of course. He has everybody in his sights. This is a cool, great detail. How he's using a computer. But it's a... Yeah, it's powered by a whole mechanical machine behind him. This is just a terminal. The computer is behind him. That's how computers used to be back in the days. It probably takes like perforated cards. And he's training simulations, training his body to its limits, just casually bending lamps. Daddy, I love these proportions. It's hilarious. Those proportions are hilarious. Bill looks like a grown-up man, and he's at like belly heights for his father, who's just a complete giant. I love it. You'll eventually be the hero, of course you will. Seize the star, sir, yes sir. He'll hold back on the women, and of course Becky doesn't like it. Becky is really channeling her inner Saikawa, I love it. Of course we have a plan. We're also training ruthlessly. And we have a formation Of course, doesn't work. We have another formation. Kage no Bunshin no Jutsu. Or whatever. Of course, one of the lucky sacrifices himself. Now this. This is just bad sportsmanship. And the headmaster should have reacted. Because it's the opposite of elegance. Sportsmanship is elegant. Lack of it is not. At this very moment, Bill should have been disqualified and awarded a Tonitrus Bolt for his lack of sportsmanship and elegance. But of course, the show must go on. He has to be the final boss for Anya, so he stays in the game. And Anya has the benefit of mind reading, so he's able to dodge everything. She's able to dodge everything perfectly. Or just not dodge at all. It is very elegant evasion, and I love how Anya is just so she's just smugging at Damien. She's just smugging at him. Damien to the rescue. Rescuing a lady in distress. But it counted as a hit. I guess if you don't catch it, if it hits you, even if it's in the hands and you let it fall to the ground, that counts as a hit. I don't know, been years since I played Dodgeball. And we never really had, like, particularly standardized rules, so it was fun. Area good guy? Deep inside he is. He's just acting this way because of the unrealistic expectations on the part of his parents. Future is in Anya's hands. And this panning shot. Is it here? Or a little bit after? The spinning camera. Yeah, you need to put your whole body into it. Vertical split, foot, hips, hands, arms, everything. Wide stance. And come on, show me the shot. Show me the cool shot. And yeah, she might be able to use that power. No idea what's going on, but this is intense. It is indeed. Here's the cool shot. Yeah. A rotating camera. One of the rarest shots you can see in anime because it's just so hard to pull off. When you have a still camera, or even just panning, or however you want, you can use the same silhouettes, you can use the same characters, you don't have to draw new ones. With rotating shots, you have to actually draw so many variations of each character because it's all rotating, and you have to show those characters from all various angles, and it's executed really well because Anya's feet aren't sliding. Okay, they are sliding. Okay, they are sliding. They are actually sliding around. I take it back. But regardless, a really cool shot and not a very easy one to do. So props for that. Of course, the environment is CG, but it very often is when it comes to shots like that. But it's all 2D, nice painterly textures, so it doesn't look particularly like it doesn't stand out. The green eyes. The vertical split. She really did become athletic, didn't she? Stomp. Need to go to my whittle hands. And then my whittle hands, doesn't matter. Anyway. Sparks flying. Killer shot. Starcatch arrow. This shot in particular, with something behind her and this slow build up. I don't know why, but it really reminds me of Little Witch Academia. And it really reminds me in general of Trigger's style. They really have a lot of very like heavy strikes with swords, for example, where you can feel the weight of it in the animation, how they're pulling it back from behind their back. I'm getting those very same vibes from this scene. Starcatch Arrow. Yeah, she got everything perfectly, but the trajectory. No, you don't get a Stella for just a random minigame. You get a Tornator's Bolt because you told people to die. That's not great. We don't do death threats here. You're gonna get cancelled on Twitter, mate. Someone's gonna dig it up 50 years from now on, and you're gonna get fucking cancelled, just you see. And of course, two students were at the odds with each other, work together. How elegant. How incredibly elegant. I love how Becky's the first one to Anya. You're worthy of a Stella. Perhaps not Damien, though. Perhaps not. Yeah, Damien doesn't. Anya does. She did well. Everything Mama teaches me is useless. It's not. It just has a different use than what you would have expected. And you fucked up the trajectory. So that's not on your mom. That's on you, Anya. I'm sorry. You need to take some personal responsibility. Okay, more athleticism, some drawing. Hospital? For some reason, are Loid and Yor expecting another child? Is Anya happy here because she's gonna have a brother? Maybe. And they're gonna have another plan to earn a... I'm to say to earn a Tonitrus Bolt, but it's a plan to earn Stella. But it will probably lead to earning a Tonitrus Bolt, so I was probably correct the first time around. Okay, that was a cool episode. A little fun vignette. Not even a vignette, it had like a full story behind it. Some training with Mama, some added very nice characterization to Yor. Yor made a great face at one point when she said that she can't let them know that she's ripping people apart and throwing around their body parts. Holy shit, Yor. You're lucky that Anya wasn't reading your mind at that point. Or was she? Can't remember. A little bit of a subversion. I fully expected Anya to win somehow and earn that Stella, or maybe to not earn it because, haha, you can't actually earn Stella here, and that would be the subversion. But we got a couple of subversions. First one being that the odds aren't even. Second one being that Anya actually lost, actually fucked up at the most important moment. And the third one being that it didn't matter in the end. It didn't matter in the first place. Nice. Nice little bit of wibbly wobbly back and forth. Perhaps a little bit too much whiplash, but it's fine. It's fine, honestly. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. Besides that, some great shots, some great camera work. Really, like I'm saying camera work, but you know what I mean, right? Great shots. There isn't an actual camera there. You can see a lot of effort was put into it, a lot of care, a lot of details. As I mentioned with the 5-day long school day, 5-year long school week rather. A lot of detail, a lot of care, a lot of love being put into it. But then again, it is an anime made by a collaboration of two studios, of Wit and Cloverworks. It has to be good, it has to be detailed. When it's two studios joining forces, there isn't a lack of manpower, there isn't a lack of budget. They have everything they need. Anything else that needs mention? The next episode is also going to be interesting. It seems like we're entering kind of a sports arc, kind of sorta, because the next episode Anya is also training for some athletics. Maybe Lloyd is hoping for that to be the way forward with his plan. Anya isn't the smartest tool in the shed, but maybe she can at least be made to be athletic. Maybe she can at least win competitions like that and matches and whatnot and earn Stella that way. Maybe that's what they're going for. More training with Yor, that's always cool. More time spent at school with Becky. I love Becky. I want more of Becky. Please give me more Becky. Yeah, yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm liking it. And it's not long until the next episode because I'm recording it on. I don't have my watch. Today is Thursday, so Friday, Saturday. I might be able to record the episode on Saturday. I might not, so it might be Sunday. We'll see. We'll see. It's a crazy week, I tell you. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's gonna be enough from me. So you guys, you tell me, what did you think of this episode, of my reaction, of my theories? I didn't really have any, but hey, if I said something that caught your attention, tell me what you think of it. Just keep it spoiler free. It's not particularly like story heavy show, but I still would rather avoid spoilers. If there is anything that was there in the source material that was skipped here, I'm gonna leave it at your discretion. As long as it's not a spoiler, I'm willing and happy to hear about any discrepancies or omissions compared to the source material. Like this video if you liked it, disliked if you disliked it, but tell me why so I can improve. Subscribe to the channel to be notified of future releases, not only Spy X Family, but also Skeleton Knight in Another World, Tatenusha no Nariagari Season 2, review Starlight, Symphogear, and Shokei Shoujo Virgin Road. I recommend that one in particular. And you also stay subscribed and click the bell so you get notified of future streams. On Sunday, we're going to be streaming some concert of Symphogear, and on some day, probably next week or the week after, I'm going to be streaming a look at the next season's shows, and you might want to hang out for that to see what I'm going to be watching next season. What else? Join the Discord server. It's linked down in the description, link here. It's open to everybody, so feel free. If you want to support the channel, you can do that monetarily, either on Patreon for $10 to get early access to non-seasonal shows like Symphogear and review Starlight, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord server. Link in the description, my Patreon name. Here you can support me on Throne if you want to pitch into some equipment that I want to make those videos even better. That's also linked in the description if I didn't forget about it. And of course you can support me without spending a dime by just spreading the word about my content, by sharing my videos, sharing my channel, and telling people to watch my stuff. The power of word of mouth and grapevine really matters a lot and really helps a lot. So that's a great way you can support me. And I think that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's the credits. You get to be here no matter the tier of Patreon you subscribe to. And my throat needs a break.